Hello, 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 beautiful YouTube fam. It is Deanne Joy back here with you for another episode. Fierce, flawed, fabulous, badass, imperfect, authentic, fun, all of it. We got all of it. And this week's episode is no different. So this week I am sharing a video of a live coach call that I was able to join. My friend Dak was facilitating a coach call with the rock star Christy Page. And Christy had been dealing with a lot of anxiety, and Dak was familiar with some of the work that I do. And he asked me to join and to facilitate this NLP process for anxiety. It stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming, one of the many, many tools in my tool belt. And it works with the neuroscience and the psychology of the brain and the mind and the emotions and all of those things together. So it's a twist on repatterning the subconscious brain. And so you'll see kind of a unique approach to working with anxiety, and you'll see me doing it live. This is something that is really important for me to dive into because as a clinical therapist of 30 years and a transformation coach and a leader of leaders, one of the things that I see people struggling with a lot right now is anxiety, like just tons of anxiety. So we're going to be diving more into this in upcoming episodes, talking more about some other strategies to deal with anxiety and lean into it rather than resisting it, and be able to get the learnings and the lessons and the messages that are being sent to us through our body, our mind, our spirit, and our subconscious. So this is where we're going to start. Here you go. This is me working with Christy Page. Let me know what you think and enjoy.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to play with that brilliant, creative, beautiful Christy Page imagination and just like let it run wild. Just tap into that like just 6-year-old imagination again and just let it run wild and let it do its job for you, because your imagination is like, we're just using your subconscious mind. We're just speaking directly to your subconscious. We're just going to create a new pattern in the brain that gives you more choices, so that you don't immediately go to that, like the moment that I start feeling it, I go to like I'm, spinning out of control in that moment. Okay. So we're just going to give you more options. Cool.
I love it. Yeah.
Sound good?
The better.
Yes. Okay. So let me ask you this first. Is there ever a time that you are calm?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. What are you doing when you feel calm?
Usually moving my body,
Okay.
working out, which is funny.
Okay.
I'm calm when I work out.
Okay. So assuming that you were calm sometime, so you can go ahead and close your eyes for this part. So assuming that you were calm sometime, and then you started to get anxious, what I want you to do is just notice the feeling, where it starts, and then notice where it goes. So I want you to just think right now of a situation that makes you anxious. Whether it's thinking about finances, or whether it's thinking about getting in front of people and performing, or thinking about a conversation that you're going to have. Think of a specific situation that makes you feel anxious. And then just let me know when you've got something in mind. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is just scan your body. And I want you to notice where the anxiety starts in your body. There's a place that it starts. Do you feel it do your palms get sweaty or shaky? Do you get palpitations?
The pit of my gut.
In the pit of your gut. Okay. So that's right where it starts. Okay. So stay with that. Go ahead and close your eyes. Stay with that. And now I want you to notice where it starts in the pit of your gut. Does it move at all from there? Does it go up or down? Does it move out to your extremities? Or does it stay right there in the pit? Tell me where it goes from there.
It goes up to my heart.
It goes up to your heart. Okay, perfect. So it goes up to your heart, starts at the pit of your stomach. It goes up to your heart. And does it go anywhere else from there? Or does it stop at your heart? Does it go out to your extremities? Does it go up any farther? Does it go down?
The intensity stops at my heart, but then it kind of spreads out. Like my whole body.
Got it.
Yeah, but it's lighter here. The rest of my body feels it, but it's lighter. And
Got it.
The two parts are the heaviest.
Got it. Okay. All right. So now you've got an idea. So the path starts at the pit of your stomach, it goes up to your heart, and then it starts to lessen and go out from there and spread to other parts of your body. So now you've got kind of an understanding of the path that takes. So we're going to call that the path of feeling, right? The path that the anxiety takes. Okay. Now, so what I want you to do is go ahead and close your eyes one more time. Step into that anxiety, put yourself in that situation just enough so that you can feel it. And then notice the path that it takes. And what I want you to notice is that path of feeling. Notice the size of the path as it goes from your stomach to your heart and then out. Notice, is it wider than your body? Is it really, really narrow? Does it change size as it goes from your stomach to your heart and then out to your extremities? Just notice the size of the path. Okay. And then I want you to notice what color it is. Tell me what color. If the path were a color, what color would it be?
It's red.
Red. And is it an opaque red or is it clear? Can you see through it or is it a solid red?
This solid red, but it goes like from red to sort of blue.
Great. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, so it's a solid red that goes sort of from red to blue. Now, this might seem like a weird question, but I want you to just notice and keep your eyes closed for this. So I want you to just notice where the anxiety spins. Notice if it's spinning clockwise or counterclockwise. Notice the direction that it spins as it takes that path. Does it go clockwise or counterclockwise?
I don't know. It just goes up and down.
Just up and down. Okay. All right. Does it keep going up and down? Does it keep spinning like in a circle up and down, or does it keep moving up and down?
It just keeps moving up and down, and then that intensity spreads out sort of like a wave, and it gets
Okay.
lighter and lighter.
Got it. Okay. All right, perfect. So now what I want you to do is I want you to just go ahead and put yourself there again in that situation that makes you anxious. But this time in a moment, not just yet, but in a moment, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you reverse the direction of the path. Okay. I'm going to have you reverse the up and down. I'm going to have you change the color to a color that you like better. Okay. And then I'm going to have you make it the opposite size. So if the path were bigger than your body, I'm going to have you make it the opposite size. Or if it were small and then it got big, make it the opposite. And then what I want you to do is sprinkle a whole shit ton of sparkling unicorn colored glitter all over it. Okay, so go ahead and do that. So go ahead and put yourself in that situation. But this time, as you start to notice the path, go ahead and change the size of the path to make it the opposite size. Change it to a color that you like better. Okay, and then change the direction of the up and down. Change it to go sideways instead. And then sprinkle a whole bunch of glitter all over it.
Like really sparkly unicorn glitter of the highest vibration and brightest actual colors.
All right, good. Now, what I want you to do is just notice how it feels. Just scan your body now and just notice how you feel. Can you still access the anxiety?
Not when I'm in this mode.
Okay. All right. So would it be okay for you to have this response instead of the old one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, good. So now here's the thing. What we want to make sure though is that we don't take away your choice, because there are times that anxiety is helpful, right? To protect us and keep us safe. So we don't want to take that from you. However, what we do want is that now you have a choice. Now you know what you can do when you start to feel that anxiety. Now what you know what you can do. So it gives you more choice, right? So let's just do this. Let's just test it. Okay. What I want you to do is step into some other situation that in the past would have fired that anxiety. And then let's just test if you automatically run that new pattern or if you have to consciously think about it. And then see what happens when you try to access that anxiety doing that.
I feel really good right now and I don't want to access it. So hold on. Hold on.
It's really okay if you're not able to access it. That's okay.
Like I was like, I definitely am. I can definitely get there, but I'm like, oh man, this feels so good right now. I kind of want like 2 more seconds here.
Well, you can go ahead and stay there, Christy Page. That's okay. Because here's the thing, you have choice, but here's what we want to do. We want to make it so that it's automatic if we can, because what you can do is you now know what you can do. As crazy as it sounds, you can reverse the size of the path, you can change the color, you can reverse the direction of it, and you can put all kinds of sparkly shit all over it, right? So you know that you can think through that now, you can do that. But what we'll want to do, if we can, is get it to be an automatic response instead of you having to choose it consciously. Okay. Let's do this. So what I want you to do is close your eyes one more time. Okay. And I want you to step into another situation where in the past that anxiety would have sent you into a spin. Okay. And knowing what you know now, I want you to just notice, are you able to do the automatic response or do you have to consciously think about it?
I'm having such a hard time to get back into anxiety. Hold on.
Christy, this is what I want you to see. You're having a hard time getting back into anxiety. Now, do you see that what's happening is that we're repatterning your brain? So you're not accessing it. It's not a fluke. We've literally just scrambled your brains and we've created a new neurological connection. So look at that. So let's just do it one more time because I really want to see if you can get it, if you can access it. So step into another situation. Okay. Step into another situation in some indefinite time in the future where in the past that would have tripped you up. And then notice when you start to notice the pattern, notice, is it an automatic response to go to the new response? Or do you have to think through it consciously? See if you can get it to be an automatic response.
It's an automatic response. It's funny because I get to that place of anxiety and I think about it and then I'm like, no, it goes back over here.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. Yeah.
No, it's so much fun, isn't it? It is such a subconscious patterned response that goes all the way back to early childhood. There was a time at some point, most likely it goes back to some earlier significant emotional event or earlier life trauma. And so what happened at that time is whatever it was that was a threat to your safety, one of the ways that your subconscious mind, because its job is to preserve, protect you and keep you safe. And so one of the ways that it does that is we kind of shut down, right? We block it out or we shut it down because at that age, we don't have the ability to process it. And so we just try to shut it out and then it comes out sideways, right? Because we just try not to think about it. We try to shove it down. We try to not feel it. And then the more that you do, the more that it spins out of control. Well, it served a very real purpose whenever that pattern was developed. And the purpose that it served was literally to protect you and keep you safe and preserve you. What happens though is that becomes a pattern that is just a subconscious pattern that runs. And what happens is over time, now it's no longer serving us because now that initial threat that we're trying to run from, that we're scared of, is not even there anymore. It's not even a real threat. It's nowhere in our reality except in our minds, but we're still responding from it as though we're still in that situation and have that threat. And so that's all it's doing when you get into anxieties. It's just trying to protect you. It's just trying to keep you safe. It's just trying to let you know there's something coming up that's uncomfortable. But when you know that you have choices to move through that discomfort, then you can see it for what it is. And you can just simply see like, oh, this is just an old pattern. It's just an old response that I'm running. What's it really trying to tell me?
All right, there you go. So you got to see me in action with the rock star Christy Page. I never call her Christy. I always call her Christy Page. I don't know why. However, you get to see me in action there, and probably a unique way of approaching anxiety that perhaps you haven't seen before. Let me know what you thought of this. If you followed along and you did the process, let me know what your results were. By all means, let me know if this is something that you struggle with, or you have certain questions about anxiety or about panic, or things that would be helpful for future episodes. This is something that I am really passionate about normalizing and giving people tangible tools that they can use so that they know that they are okay, even when they don't feel okay, so that we can lean into and embrace the dis-ease and the discomfort that we're experiencing in these times. Because honestly, if we can lean into it and get to the other side of it, what is available there is massive growth and massive evolution and massive transformation. So keep joining us for more episodes. Smash that like button, comment, share, hit that little notification bell so you're notified when I have new episodes coming out. And I will look forward to seeing you back here next week.